dog? You're under the table. Right. My dog's under the table. I don't know what she's doing. She's just vibing. Hello, everybody. Welcome to part 4 of Stray Cats. I don't know. Not really much. I will say probably for one now. This episode probably gonna get crazy. There's a lot that's probably gonna go down in this episode. I already know it. So yeah, without further waiting, let's get into it. I'm gonna go back to Persephone. Oh, last time with Dragon Ball Z. I should probably talk about what happened at last time with Dragon Ball Z. Or actually last time on Stray Gods Role-Playing Musical. We were able to save Aphrodite from a horrible fate, because I wanted to, because you should. So there's that. We got two lovebirds together, and we got a little thing going on with Persephone, but she pushed us away. She told us to get out. I'm not getting out. I'm coming back. You can't kick me out of here, Persephone. You can't. My undying love for you is too strong. You cannot get rid of me that easily. Hi.
You've returned. I'm glad. I've had time to do some thinking.
And to apologize?
After Aphrodite's party, we never really spoke about the Eidolon and Calliope's memories. No doubt you have many questions.
Apollo told me a little about it. He did say I should talk to you, though.
Did he now? Is there anything you'd like to ask?
Everything. Now, we probably missed some opportunities for something. I'm trying to think a little bit back on like one of the previous conversations. Because talking about Hades and all that, there's probably one thing that we won't get because I don't know. Let's say it's not.
How many times have you died?
Because we do get it.
We call it passing on. I've lost track of just how many times I've passed on my Eidolon. A dozen? It's happened less often in more recent eras.
And the one you told me about, the woman married to that gangster, she was the most recent?
I don't think of chastity as a she. That was me, just as the one my husband blasted with a shotgun was also me. It was one of the few times I wasn't able to prepare my successor. We were friends, yes, but I didn't know what Persephone was, and I had no idea what I'd just become.
That must have been difficult.
It was more difficult taking over my dead husband's territory.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna make a
Women
thing
weren't
really quick.
often
Why is no one
monsters
wrote
in
fanfiction
those
of Persephone's, like, her becoming a gangster and everything? Why has nobody done this? I'm not a writer. Do I have to do it, though? Do I have to become a writer all of a sudden? Like, yes, I just admitted that I read fanfiction, but I think you're all surprised by that, considering, I've done it a couple times with Gus on the channel. I'm not talking about stuff like My Immortal. No, I mean, that's it. I mean, that is a fanfiction, but, no, but it's like, I liked reading, at least, like, you know, fanfiction that, is well written and all that, that's just, like, good and all that, so, but yeah, why has no one done it? I want an answer. Why has no one done it? Give me what we want, man. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Were you really a gangster? I've heard it said, but it sounds...
Let me put it this way. I felt as if I was when saved me from prison for me. I was free. More alive, I was 10 feet.
I'm sorry.
Did I set out to become a mobster? Not exactly. My husband's friends thought I'd murdered him, however, so they came after me. And one thing led to another.
Oh, I see.
Athena found me just as my memories were starting to return. I wasn't permitted to continue doing something so noticeable, so I was carted off to Olympus. It's too bad, really. I was an excellent mobster.
Like, I'm sorry. Or alternate timeline. I don't know, whatever. I'll go for either. I'll go for broke. I don't know. Or a timeline version where she's, like, still a mobster or something. I don't know. Just something. I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. Like, just, I'm throwing it out there. Whatever vibe you feel.
Wait, you said that Persephone passed on her Eidolon as she lay dying. What if she had just died?
Bleh.
The Eidolon will keep us alive for a time, even in the most horrific circumstances, in hopes that there's someone to pass it on to.
What if there isn't? What if Chastity had died before you were shot?
Then the line of Persephone would have ended then and there. Oh, there are some stories that say an Eidolon will go wandering, that it never really dies. And who knows if there's any truth to that. It's not exactly something we've had the opportunity to study. All we know is that many idols have left us forever. They've died, and that's how it happens.
So my question for that, actually, I've always had a question for this one. So, like, that concept of, you know, the wandering idol thing, you know, these eidolons, sometimes they'll, like, you know, the theory of that, kind of thing, and I think missed out on it, but there's, like, more detail where it's just, like, or was it Apollo with that? I don't know. Either way, like, there's more, like, they tried studying it, there's not really a way to do it, obviously, because that involves having to go on their own, and it's like, well, that's not good, you know, so, though I guess I could be the guinea pig if they really wanted to in a minute, so, but, I guess the question I've always had for that is, like, let's just say the wandering, like, eidolon thing is real. Shouldn't, realistically, like, at some point in time, let's just say, I don't know, what's a good example? I don't know. Just, yeah, let's say your Grace, you know, they kill her, you know, her line, the line of Calliope ends, right? And let's just say, yeah, like, the eidolon does just wander around. How is it, like, not the possibility of it just choosing someone random? The thing is, the thing is, like, there's no probably merit to the theory, so what did it choose someone? Or is it one of those, it has to find someone very worthy of the mantle? I don't know. It's just,
when
yeah,
all
there's
these
a lot of questions to
memories
that.
start to return, will I feel different?
First, you'll have dreams. Places you've never been, people you've never met. But unlike with normal dreams, these will linger. Then they will come while you're awake. Sudden flashes or snippets of deja vu.
Do you get
And
deja
sometimes
vu?
it will
Anyway.
seem so
Whoa, my
real
phone went
you
off.
swear you're hallucinating. If there's anything difficult about the process, is that it becomes hard to differentiate between your life and all these other lives you're now recalling.
It does sound confusing.
Confusing and often unpleasant, as not all the memories will be fond ones. But that will pass in time.
You said it becomes hard to differentiate your life from the others. How hard, exactly? It'll still be me, right?
Oh, how do I explain this? Grace, would you say that you are who you are because of your experiences? The things you've lived and done?
I guess so, sure.
Well, all the things Calliope has done, and those before her, will now be yours. They will feel like a part of your life as well. Thus, they can't help but shape you. The Grace that is now will be and will have done so much more. Fortunately, you don't have to deal with every memory. Each time the eidolon passes on, the oldest memories fade, and that helps.
Wait, how is it good that old memories start to fade?
Think of how old we are, Grace. If all those memories returned to you with perfect clarity, they would destroy you.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean you've all forgotten so much?
Well, far more than we remember. The further I think back, the more it becomes a bit of a blur, actually. You'll recall important moments. Some will be mixed up with the stories mortals tell, and you won't be sure which is the memory and which is the story. An idol's memory is a series of islands in a dark ocean, and they become smaller and smaller as they recede into the horizon. It sounds dire, but you become accustomed to it. It just takes time, and now you have all the time in the world.
It's a lot to consider. Assuming I'll even have time to worry about it, what with the trial coming.
Will I even
Either
live?
the trial will end poorly, in which case all of this is moot, or it will end well, and you will have plenty of time to digest.
Yeah, thanks for the update.
I'm a realist, Grace. It's what I'm best at. Now then, unless you've something else to ask.
I'm a realist. Okay, wait, they're going to detail with those other stuff. No, I will not talk about it. Persephone will explain. So yeah, okay, the other muses. I was gonna go on to that one anyway, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna be mentioned or not. So let's have that
What
one
happened
be
to the other muses?
explained.
You mentioned 2 others. Were they lost in the war?
One of them was, though not like you think. The day we were to leave on the ship, Talia simply never showed up.
Do you know what happened to her?
We never heard from her again. Apollo thrashed about in mourning, but Talia had been fading away for years. It wasn't a surprise to the rest of us.
What about the other muse, Cleo?
Died long before. A victim at the hands of a mortal man, when she no longer possessed the power to bedazzle him. As I understand it, he kept her in a cage as a pet until her eidolon shriveled up and perished. He was dead before she was.
Ugh, that's pretty dark.
Yes, well, we come by our wariness of mortals honestly, Grace.
But to be fair, it's kind of funny looking at the perspective of that, right? Because it's like, Grace was not just only immortal with the, like, let's just say, I don't know what day, like 4 days ago, let's just say, I think day 4, let's just assume, I think I saw in the beginning, when we started, like, she's just still technically enough of a mortal to be able to be aware about that kind of thing, and it's like, well, we're very worried about mortals, and it's like, which is interesting, Persephone is technically qualifying her as an idol, in a way too, because she didn't say we're, you know, weary of people like you, right? So she says we're weary of mortals, so I think that's very fascinating how, like, quick the mindset changed.
Tell me more about the war. It seems to have had a huge effect on all of you.
That's putting it mildly.
From Aphrodite's song, I know Ares betrayed everyone. What did you do?
Well,
Honestly, after my mother was murdered, I barely remember.
Your mother?
Her name was Demeter. Not truly my mother, but an idol who had always cared for me since the early days. I thought we'd be together forever. Then Ares brought those filthy bastards down on us. Demeter was slain by bullets. By bullets. Until that day, I had believed we were untouchable.
why did Ares do it? How did that happen? I'm sorry. Honestly, that's kind of the real answer in this situation. It's like asking questions and all of that, but it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know which one I want to ask, because it's like, I don't know which ones I've not, like, seen before. I think I've seen how that happened, but, like, I guess I can see why
Why would Ares do that? Did he get anything out of it in the end, or...?
What he got was a final death. A few of us hunted him down and made sure he paid for his betrayal. He choked on his own blood. As for why he did it, who knows? He thought us a lost cause. He wanted glory. He wanted more than we had, living in secret. After that, I don't know. We went from hiding place to hiding place. I didn't even know what Hephaestus had done for us when I found myself on a boat. We might have been gods once, but after the war, we were just refugees, like so many others, fleeing to a distant land.
Also because I didn't pick it. But if I asked, I think how it happened or something. Just the ship shut down, Persephone tried going to her and, like, you know, grieving, and Hermes, obviously, like, Hermes of that time, dragged her away and all that. So, just a quick run of that, if you were wondering, that kind of thing. So, yeah. I know, I didn't pick that one, but I wanted to see the other one because I've not seen it before, so.
Was it hard for the idols to come to the new world? It's just a place like any other, isn't it?
Well, it wasn't the place that was hard, it was the fear. When we knew we were vulnerable, we knew mortals could and would kill us. Suddenly, there were rules. You know, we had to be secret, we had to stay close together. We huddled in the shadows and quaked each time the mortals so much as breathed in our direction. We couldn't all live that way. Some of us drifted away, faded into the night without so much as an explanation. That's what's been the hard part. Our inevitable decline in a place where we don't belong. We can pass on our eidolons as often as we like, but it will never truly be home.
It's sad, actually. It's really depressing, man.
What's the deal between you and Apollo? The way you two fight.
I've told you how he and the other idols stood by and let me rot with Hades. did I not?
Yeah, but...
It seems more personal than that.
Okay, there's an old saying that no one escapes the underworld. But that's not true. I did. Once. Not long after Hades kidnapped me. I was homesick, and I missed my mother. Corone took pity on me and allowed me across the Styx. And after that, Grace, I waded through darkness itself to get out of there. Hades chased after me relentlessly, but I evaded him, right up until I got to the very slopes of Olympus. And who do you suppose was the first idol I met?
Uh-oh.
Just a little reaction.
Apollo stood there. I cried out to him, begging him not to let Hades take me, and yet Apollo did as he has always done. Absolutely nothing. Hades was thrilled, and I knew then and there I could never rely on my so-called family for anything, ever again.
That's all I can think of for now. I'll see you around.
You don't get the...
Yes, that's where I'll be. Around.
Not the one line? Okay, we'll say it in a second. Okay, I'll backtrack again. Okay, that's day 4. I was correct if I calculated that. So, also, like, a quick little explanation if y'all don't really care about it. Doing this yourself, but, like, Apollo side of situation, he says that the reason why he didn't do that is because he didn't want to cause the war, which, short run of it, to explain a little bit of Greek mythology, a little bit. When Persephone got kidnapped by Hades, Demeter was quite furious, caused winter, as has already been kind of explained. Pretty much threatened to, like, you know, kill, like, all of humanity, practically, you know, let them rot, you know, kind of thing. And to stop that, Zeus thought, I'm gonna buy, you know, alright, fine, I'll let, you know, Persephone come up, like, every, like, spring, fine, you know, whatever, you know, his rolls eyes, whatever, you know, kind of concept. And in mythology, I don't know, again, in the game makes it seem a little different how they portray this, but essentially, the reason why Persephone can only stay during, like, the warmer-ish months, you know, of the year, is because she ate, this is kind of changes, it's either 4 to 6 months, you know, kind of thing. I think it changes between, depends if it, like, stays, like, whole of the spring or some of the summer, you know, kind of thing, but essentially it was, ate the pomegranate seeds, so she had to be stuck in the underworld for, like, the other half of the year. So, kind of thing. So, Apollo pretty much explains that, like, if he were to have, like, you know, helped Persephone, that would have caused a war, essentially, between Hades and, you know, Zeus and all that. So, yeah, so that's kind of, like, that logic concept there, so... He had a reason. Was it a good reason? Shrug. I don't know. It's definitely the, you know, one versus the whole humanity thing concept. So I don't know. You know, I'm gonna come back again to bother Persephone because I swear she's in line with Medusa in a second.
Back again, Grace? People will talk.
About what? It seemed like you...
Wanted to keep our relationship on a business level. Yes, I help you, you help me.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, that. Though I don't know what you could need my help with.
Oh, I'm sure I'll figure something out in time.
Hold on.
Now then, unless you've something else to ask.
No, not
Okay,
really.
nothing with that. Okay.
I'll see you later, Persephone.
I guess it's after, maybe. I don't know. Oh well, I won't bother her too much. I feel like she's gonna punch me in the face. It's like, Grace, I swear to God, if you come here one more time, I'm gonna... It's like, I have business to run, man. Alright, we're gonna go. This is gonna be fun. Hopefully. This is gonna be interesting. Oh, I not read the journal. Dang it. I think I should have. Did I read the journal last time? Or did I saved it? Hold on, and then let's get the journal up. Let's get her up. It's a good, like, kind of refresher of things. Let me see. Calliope? Did we get any more information on, like, Calliope? Why is it? Oh, I see. It wasn't working for a second. I don't know why. I'm going insane. Maybe it might be under Calliope. The stuff we just learned about. I left Olympus, told me a little bit Calliope. When they first met. Okay, I think this is a little bit. Okay. So, Persephone told me a little about how Calliope came to her at the underworld, and how at first Calliope was just singing act, but eventually they warmed up to each other until Calliope's lofty expectations came too much. I'm willing to bet that Persephone had— oh wait, I already read this a little bit. Just as much to do with their parting ways, but sounds like for a while they were indeed close. Okay, here we go. I don't think I read this. Okay. Okay. That was unexpected. Freddie and I went to the reliquary, not expecting much, and instead we find out that Shuri and Calliope were there that night. Not only that, it's probably where she was attacked. She fled from the reliquary bleeding and probably went from there to my apartment. It's bizarre, though. What was she doing there? Shuri said that they snuck into the reliquary. She didn't take anything. She set off the alarms and they ran out. Jason, Shuri, and Medusa, too, that this is really major. How will I find out what happened inside? It's interesting. Calliope visited Aphrodite and the day she died. Calliope was scared of something, but she wouldn't tell them what it was. Now they're not pressing her about it more, but it still tells me one thing. Calliope knew something was going to happen to her. Maybe she already knew when she met me at the gymnasium. Maybe she thought she might die, and that's why she seemed so sad, resigned. So whatever happened that night, it didn't come as a surprise. I don't think I have anything surprising on Hermes. I don't think we got anything extra. No. Aphrodite, we probably should have gotten a couple things. So I think we're here. So I went to Aphrodite's party, and it was less of a party and more of a funeral. I guess Aphrodite never quite got over the terrible experience during the war. So now she passes on her eidolon every 20 years or so in order to forget what happened to her for a while. The entire thing sounds really macabre, but excuse me. But a lot of other idols seem okay with it. Everyone except for Calliope, it seemed. Eros told me about what Aphrodite went through during the war. How she was kidnapped by the enemy, how she was freed by her husband, Hephaestus, who never even got to thank or say goodbye to. She's riddled with so much guilt and trauma, and she can't escape any of it. As soon as her memories return, she's in constant agony, and if she hides it pretty well. Even so, he doesn't think what she's doing is right answer to her problems. Certainly it hasn't helped so far. I told her that I try to persuade Aphrodite to hold on. Who knows? Maybe it's not even possible. I have to try, because what she's doing to cope, this clearly isn't the answer. Apollo says something about Aphrodite, which struck with me. He says that she chooses successors who are kind, generous people because she thinks that in time, that will make her a better person. In the end, I inspired Aphrodite to continue living. She's going to hold on and keep trying. I hope I didn't offend her too much during the song, but I had to do it. She's so regal and amazing. If anyone can do it, she can. Everyone's just like, okay. It's like, what? No. Just like, help her do more than just say, okay. I mean, no one says like they didn't try, but. Alright, here we go. And guess who I bumped into Aphrodite's little death party? A small world, these idols. It turns out it was good Apollo was there. I kind of can't believe Persephone sent me in without a heads up. Persephone finally explained what her real beef with Apollo was about. Once she escaped from the underworld with Hades hot on her heels, and when she finally got to Olympus, the idol she ran into was Apollo, and he did nothing. I'm trying to imagine what it would have been like to be dragged away by smug Hades while the brother you thought would help, who had to know how desperate you were, just stood there and let it happen. I can't help but wonder if that's the entire story, but even so, it makes sense now. I don't think there's anything else with Athena. We don't really... no, I think we already got this one. We have a little bit more, but actually a lot more Persephone. Clearly. There we go. Here we are. After Aphrodite's party, Apollo said something odd about Persephone. Is she hiding something from me? I don't know what to make of it. I went to see Persephone after Aphrodite's party, and in the middle of reminiscing to me about the last time she passed on her eidolon to a gangster's wife, Persephone and I had a moment. At least I thought we did, but then she went cold again, and now I'm left wondering if I imagine it. I crossed some line with her, but which one? It's so weird. I heard it mentioned a couple of times now that Persephone used to be a gangster. Apparently, Arno was last passed on to Chastity, the wife of a monster. Oh, he definitely was a monster from what we heard from that. Mobster, who she then replaced for a while, or at least until Persephone memories return. This must have been, what, 1950s? Pretty crazy to think about. She told you what year, 1952, bro. Didn't pay attention. I finally learned a little bit about what Persephone and the other idols went through during the war. She told me about how Demeter died, how Ares betrayed them to the enemy. Just think, one day you believe you're God for real, and the next you realize just how vulnerable you really are. That has to be messed with all of their heads, not just Aphrodite. I don't think Pan has anything else. I think. Let's see. Pan. It turns out the roof. The magical office. Go figure. Yeah. So Freddie and I went to the reliquary to do a little favor. Wouldn't you know it? That's where Climax attacked. That's where I went into my apartment. That's quite a coincidence, isn't it? Let's see. There's more here. Or okay, there we go. Whoops, sorry. He doesn't have a lot of info on his thing, so I was like, sorry, making sure my thing doesn't turn off on me. I don't want it to turn off. Eros later on at Aphrodite's party, and suddenly his dark mood makes sense. It seems that he's Aphrodite's constant caretaker. He's watched her throw these parties and die over and over, and I think he's finally reached his limit. He can't stand Aphrodite's pain, but I think he doesn't know what to do about it. He's hoping I can convince her to stop, which is a tall order for sure, and I don't know that it would actually make her better. Excuse me, my god. All of a sudden, he thinks Eros has stayed with Aphrodite all this time because he feels like he owes her. Once upon a time, it was Eros who was the internal disaster, Apollo's words, and she was the caregiver. So now he must return the favor, no matter how it hurts his soul. I think Apollo is right. In the end, I did what Eros asked, and I convinced Aphrodite to hold on, to keep fighting. She should have seen him when she said she'd try. I thought he was going to collapse into tears right on the spot. I hope I did the right thing. I think you did. I already think I read this one. I think I also read about him. I think I already read about Medusa. A little bit. Oh, okay, there's a little bit more though. Talking to Aphrodite and Eros at their party, they were more or less corroborated? Sorry if I can't read that. I'm bad at reading. Part of what Serene told me. Calliope went to the reliquary that night. She knew something big was going down, and she was really frightened. I'm sorry also by the bumping of the roofs. It snowed recently, and a lot of the snow's on the trees hitting the roof. So yeah, I apologize. I know something big was going on, and she was really frightened. They also agreed to Medusa if anyone would know more. So I guess she's next on my list. Medusa isn't an idol, I'm told. She's an immortal creature who used to be mortal until she was cursed by Athena, unfairly, which appears to be a theme. She accompanies the idols to survive. We're here for Athena in return for their aid. The turning people to stone thing, totally real, except sometimes she just paralyzes them instead, so she can eat them. Her curse includes insatiable hunger, I guess, and I almost got to experience it for a second. Wait, what do you mean experience it there? We haven't even gotten there yet. Hold on, calm down. In the end, I inspired Aphrodite to keep trying to stay alive. She's not sure how. I hope it was the right thing to do, and I hope that Venus can forgive me for taking this opportunity away from her. If that's how she if that's the way she saw it. Something tells me she's okay with it, and she'll be there to help Aphrodite get through whatever comes next. Alright, here we go. Woo!
This must be the Viper's Nest. Scariest part of town, no sign. Just that one dude glaring at everyone. Well, I'm here now. Just another day in the life of an idol.
Oh, there you are. Man, this place is the worst. I think someone peed on me.
Jesus Christ!
What are you doing here?
What, you thought I wouldn't notice you skulking off? You didn't even bring any equipment, Grace.
You didn't even bring any equipment? You have equipment?
What kind of equipment does one bring to a meeting with Medusa?
This isn't a meeting, Grace. You're not here to sell her on your business plan.
Please tell me you don't have any weapons in there.
What do you think this thing
I
is?
certainly hope one of you brought more than sheer ignorance.
Yeah, okay, cool. Now we can both of them. And I get the best interaction.
How exciting, no?
Pan, what are you doing here?
I'm the one who told you about this place. You didn't expect my curiosity to get the better of me?
Let me guess. You feel bad about how we left our last conversation.
Me? Feel bad?
Yeah. You know, the part where Grace is already lost and why not use her while you still can?
It's true. I am a bad man, and I spoke poorly.
And that's it?
I'd hope even you, Freddy, could see that advice from an idol might be useful here.
I suppose.
Okay, wow.
Medusa is the one who turns people into stone just by looking at them, right?
People, yes. Idols, not so much. Or that's my assumption. I'll admit to not knowing if she's ever turned her gaze on one of us.
Great. Is there any way to make someone not a statue, if it turns out she can?
Short of Medusa dying? No. Not unless she wishes it.
Oh, great. Good thing I got the charming Grace. If I even get that out for the song.
If you have any advice, Pan, I'm all ears.
Well, I assume you know how Medusa became what she is.
She used to be human, right? And then Athena cursed her. Pretty unfairly, too.
Now, however, Athena hasn't the power to undo her own curse. Or so she claims.
Squints.
That's gotta suck.
Medusa isn't happy
That's gonna
about it,
suck.
no.
What is that? Yeah.
Yet she survives because she must. As do we all.
Asterion said Medusa works for Athena. Is that right?
A truer description, I'd say, is that she's more Athena's servant. Poor thing can't survive on her own. So she's become whatever Athena needs. Spy master, enforcer, provider of garden
Oh,
statuary.
he disappeared.
That doesn't sound fair.
It isn't. But keep in mind, Medusa is no helpless maiden. She is as clever as she is dangerous. And Athena knows it.
Click. Clicks tongue.
Medusa's clever and works for Athena, but what's she really like?
She doesn't exactly come to the parties, Grace. Medusa is an enigma to most of us. If idols hide in the shadows, she lurks in even darker places.
Well, I tried.
She's an outsider, and she loves us as much as she needs us.
Is she dangerous?
Let's just say we're all rather relieved she stays away.
Alright, let's do
Okay,
this.
enough talking. Time to do this.
See, that's the spirit. Now there's simply the matter of getting you in before she's aware you're here.
You're gonna help her do that?
Why not? You're more apt to become a statue than to be any true help, my dear.
Knock it off, both of you. I have a plan for getting inside.
A word of advice before we proceed. Once you find Medusa, make the number a knockout.
Okay, so there's a couple ways to do this, and it's hilarious at either route. But man, I should spin for it. All right, I'm gonna spin for it, but I don't have anything to spin. So I have a plan how to make this work. Hold on, let me open the romance one, and then what I will do is I'll make each one kind of related to a trait, let's say, of them. So use a distraction. Obviously sounds more of like, you know, Pan's thing, you know, theatrics and all that. Probably find an entrance sounds like a logical, you know, thing. You know, Freddy would be like, hey, that's probably, you know, smarter kind of concept. I don't have Grace on this list, I realize. Well, I can quickly add her and then remove her. She will be yellow for a second because that's how things work. Oh, it moved things. That's what it did. Oh, I see. Hold on, wait. Let me move it up. And then move it up again. still need to move it up. So it can be accurate. Why is it blue still? Why is it blue still? What in the world? Whatever. I'll make it a random color. Purple. Whatever. Fine. It weirdly made their colorations messed up. Whoops! Oh well. I'm gonna just put grease. Hold on. There we go. It messed up their coloration slightly. I apologize. Oh wait, now I can fix it. Hold on. I just gotta throw... that way. I don't know why it's not fixing it. Probably because it don't want to. Okay, let me throw back Freddy then down. All in the pan, whatever. It's fine. We will make this work. Anyway, so hide. Do that. And obviously I'm saying, obviously I'm hinting toward the confronted enforcer with Grace, by the way. This, yeah. I make Grace purple because if I'm correct, I saw that she had like purple hair highlights in her like graduation thing, so I'm assuming she likes purple. Cause it's like I could make it red, but you know, we'll see why. Anyway, let's find out what route we're going. We're gonna be very theatric, it seems. All right, we're gonna confront. We're gonna use a distraction. So, all right. Let me. I mean, I don't really need this wheel anymore, so I'm not really too frustrated or sad that it's gone. So, let me. That ain't mess with it. I will go back to the trait wheel. We're definitely gonna use that in a second. Actually, no. Let's distract first. So let's just start distracting. It's actually the shortest route, I think. All the routes are really funny, just no matter what. All of them are hilarious.
My good man, I'm wondering if you could help us with a little problem. You see,
That's your plan? You're just gonna walk up to him and ask? He doesn't care what our problem is.
If you could both
little does he know that you're my biggest problem. It's been snipe ever since I arrived.
Oh, and I guess you'd rather I left. That would be convenient,
Just
wouldn't
keep
it?
them busy.
Look at it, very quickest route to get in.
Man.
All right, let me pause. So yeah, we just saw that. So back to the trait wheel. I probably should have just done this at the same time. Oh, I need to get my thing. I forget every time I start streaming. I'm like, yep, I got everything I need. How about the most important thing, Carolyn? The thing that's gonna make life, you know, much more easier and more interesting is the bloody number count for how many songs each thing has, you know, so you can spin the wheel properly and the thing won't go down. Come on. I just think it's funny that I always forget to do that. I know where it is. It isn't hard to get to. I just, for some reason, always forget. Why is my computer running so slow today? Oof. It's a little sluggy. Okay. So, okay, look into me. Okay. So, we got 6. Alright. Let me get this up. Let me get the results. And then let me get you back here. Here you go, guys. Hello. Hello, wheel. So, we have 6. One thing or another, there's gonna be one thing I'm gonna ultimately decide if it lets me to get to that thing, which, essentially there's an option for, like, having, like, one of your romances, usually it's either just Apollo or Persephone to help, or offer as, like, a helpful thing to help her, like, Medusa kind of join your side a little bit, kind of situation if we get to that. So if we get to that point, I will do that automatically because I think that's fair. But if we don't get that situation automatically, then yeah, well then moot point. So anyway, 6 times I have to spin this bloody thing. So here we go. Let's see. We get to be charming first. Okay, we get a little that. Okay, then we get to do this again. We gotta have to remember and count. I gotta keep track. Alright, then we get to be red. And then another time we get to be, I don't know what. Get to be charming. Oh, okay. Again, okay, we're back 4th. Okay, interesting. This is strange. Not like terribly odd, but a little weird. It's funny. It's all. Alright, let's see. Then we get red. Okay. I was like, it's going at a speed, it's going at a pace. We're at a pace. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're at 4, so 2 more. Okay. Let me get clever. Okay. This is a weird one. This is gonna be very all over the place, like I said. This is not my offer. If you're gonna play this the first time yourself, don't do this as a thing. This is only just because I've seen a lot of the routes with the songs. So I'm only doing this as a fun thing. This is not recommended for a first time through, because woof, you're gonna get weird results. Not bad results. I mean, we've got a couple of okay results, like fun results, but you're definitely gonna get a little... Ooh, wow, okay. Now, I will say, again, if we get... Because it's a clever one. If for some reason it does give us an option, we'll go for it. If it doesn't, this is just going to be the route. So, green, red, blue, red. Pretty weird route. At least I will say it is definitely an odd route. For sure. So, this is going to be exciting of a time. So let's see how well this is gonna go. Either it's gonna go interestingly fun, or is this gonna be like a chaotic nightmare. Because I'm kidding. When I said the song was gonna immediately jump in, so
Who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh, it's the muse. There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite. So wrong, so right. I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
Before you start the show, Pan said to say hello. That's what he said to say.
Well, any friend of Pan's is a friend of Pan's.
Okay. I hate to interrupt your flow. There's just some things I need to know. I wish there was another way.
Yes, you do. Now, look into me. Your body goes freely every time as it tenders, turning jelly as it renders. What'd you say, Grace? You okay, Grace? Where's the game face this time? You are currently experiencing something I like to call the preparation. Any questions or comments? That's right, it is widely known that I can turn folks to stone. But oh, I won't this time. Because this time I find I'm...
oh Jesus, sorry. Ignore time, it wasn't going the right way.
Look into me. Ooh, she's looking away. Hey, look into
Medusa. Saw hunger with no end. You lost Medusa. touch base. I'll say what I've seen.
I'm getting quite keen to chew off that face. Now look into
Medusa, look into your own eyes.
My favorite.
Nope. Okay, it was worth a shot. You know you're not unhot. That's my opinion.
You're not
anyway.
unhot.
Don't look at me.
The snakes, sure they're snakes, but you can pass them off as fakes, like it's just a cosplay.
Don't look at
You're
me.
not a monster to me. I think that you should try to see Medusa in another way.
Little girl, no more Hail Marys. The not unhot girl is you. The monster's me.
You don't know, you don't know.
Do know that you didn't.
Kill Calliope. So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
No.
Yes, you do know.
Yeah, we're
you
gonna do this,
know.
okay,
Does that
so,
mean
I'll explain why in a minute.
Athena knows?
No. Fine grace.
Don't you see, Medusa? You are just her tool. Your queen's a user. You're Athena's fool, Persephone. She's a friend to me. We can get you free.
It didn't work anyway. Ah! Fascinating. Glad I did that, actually, because that's interesting. I learned something different in general.
No. Not the bloody charms.
So, okay. I learned something
You
from
think you
that.
can
I'm
turn
glad
me
I
to
did
stone
that.
before I burn
Because
your
I have
snakes off?
learned something new that I did not know
betting you
can do.
can't.
That you
The
can
lighter
do
was
that, and
right.
it still might not work. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let me explain that really quickly, what I was trying to do originally, because I thought, okay, I didn't realize because the bluff really made a point of it being a bluff. My dog's looking at me. What do you want from me? She's just staring at me. But essentially, Persephone can help. Actually, like, endgame thing, you can actually have her help. But apparently, I guess I was too far poking the bear, or poking the snake, I guess in this case. So yeah, she wanted to eat me. So that's, you know. Yeah, anyway. So, but yeah, usually that, but I guess red would have been better route. So apologies, I kind of strayed. I didn't realize, but hey, we all learned something today, didn't we? So at least I learned something today, so.
Hold off, you two. Let's give Medusa some space.
Okay, but if she so much as twitches, it's torch time.
Relax.
Now Freddy's a thug. Love this for her.
You ready to talk?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty muse?
On time abyss.
You were at the reliquary the night Calliope was murdered. I want to know why.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me.
Oh.
I only followed pretty Calliope to the reliquary. I never spoke to her, never even caught up to her. I swear it.
That's what Asterion told us, more or less.
But you were there that night.
Yes, I admit it. Ugh, Lady Athena will have my head. She'll mount it on a pike. Whatever you might think of me, I had no part in the muse's death. I did not even know she'd been attacked until I saw her fleeing.
Asterion said he caught up with you out in the fog. Is that right?
I thought he was the one who had attacked her. He is a great beast of a creature.
Oh, that seems rather unlikely. The bull's as gentle as a lamb.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Yes, I only realized my mistake once I caught up to him, and by then the muse was gone.
And you never found her afterwards?
I thought she might flee to her pretty home. or to the sharp and prickly Persephone? She did neither.
Yeah, she came to see me.
Oh. It's like, well, I figured that out now.
You followed Calliope to the reliquary. Why were you shadowing her at all?
I am Lady Athena's spy master, yes. Calliope has been trouble from time to time.
So you were spying on her.
I keep watch over every idol who no longer lives in Olympus, but especially Calliope. When I realized she was headed to the reliquary that eve, I followed. I had a duty to Athena.
Did you ever find out why Calliope went there?
I was never close enough to ask. When I drew near to the reliquary, that is when I saw the muse fleeing. She was frightened, bloodied, dying.
A tasty snack for you to hunt down.
No, for once
I
actually.
gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth. I knew Lady Athena would wish to know.
That does make sense from your perspective.
I didn't learn the truth until later. And then it was far too late.
Why should we believe you? You did just try to eat me, remember?
I am telling you the truth.
Right, and not at all trying to cover your own ass.
Well, you presented an opportunity. Oh, to taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again. It's a problem. I've been working on it, I really have.
Oh, Medusa.
Well, what of you? The only reason I knew Calliope was
I
going
do like
to
the
reliquary
concept of
is
just
because you
awkward
informed
looks.
me.
Well,
Speaking of covering one's ass,
it is true. But Grace,
Ruh-roh.
I can explain.
I'll bet you can. Let's put a pin in that for the moment, shall we?
I am a monster. It's true. I do not deny it. It's still, I did not kill the muse.
You haven't told Athena any of this?
do I need to light things up again? 'Cause I'll do it.
I told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
What?
Why not? Wouldn't Athena find out from Hecate anyway?
I was not thinking clearly. I panicked. Lady Athena barely tolerates my presence as it is. If she thought I was involved in any way, if she even suspected.
Okay, let's say we believe you. For the moment.
Wait a moment.
Whatever you do, pretty muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show
We
mercy.
won't. We won't. Believe me,
I
we
know
won't.
what I am horrifies you. It horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed like this.
Indiscretion, huh? That's quite the word for it.
I cannot apologize for my hunger. I can only apologize that I am so very weak in the face of it.
I'll think about it.
I am a lost and cursed thing. No idol. If Lady Athena should learn the truth,
Dang. Man.
I hope you find what you seek, pretty muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
Hopefully, maybe. Alright. Well, we've learned quite a bit today.
Okay, so that was fun. Grace, I'll meet you back at home.
I'll meet you back at home. I'm gonna let you two hash out whatever this is.
Now, before you say anything,
You knew. Right from the start, you knew Calliope was there that night.
well, yes. She asked for the key and I gave it to her. No questions asked.
Why didn't you ask questions?
I never lied
Always ask
to you,
questions.
Grace. I said I didn't know what became of Calliope at the reliquary, and I didn't. But I wanted to, so I nudged you in the right direction.
Doesn't help me.
Why? Is there some reason you need to know what happened to Calliope?
Is that so strange? Don't we all desire justice?
I guess.
You sent me to the reliquary because you wanted justice.
I am trying to help Grace. In my way.
In my way, quotation marks.
What do you mean, in my way? What way is that?
My way on the highway.
The way where I don't take all the blame.
What else will I discover, Pan? I'd rather learn it now than later.
I wish I could tell you, Grace. I truly do.
What does that mean? You can't. No, come back here. Come back here. And you explain to me right now, young man. Alright, we're gonna go to Persephone again because I've learned if you don't, you won't get a chance to. So, we're going to Persephone again. I'm gonna bother Persephone again. But I have reason to this time.
Back again so soon, Grace? You're practically a regular at the club. Did you end up finding Medusa? Or did she vanish the moment you came near like she does with every other idol?
She definitely did not vanish. Maybe
That's his face. Oh my god, wait. That squint of anger.
I know
Way
it.
more squinted.
We never should have brought that monster to the New World. Athena is a fool to think Medusa can be controlled. You're fortunate to have made it out in one piece. It could have gone very poorly for you.
There you go. For you there. Blink, 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 blink.
You're right. I should have brought you to protect little old defenseless me.
Ah. If I'd gone, you would have found nothing more than an empty building, I assure you.
Because you're so big and scary.
I'm glad you appreciate my finer qualities.
Just because you do
At any
it.
rate, Medusa might be in the clear. Pan, however, is not.
I don't imagine you've confronted him yet.
He admitted to selling out Calliope, but not to killing her. I don't know if I can believe him.
Nor I. Pan would do anything to save his own skin. Allow me some time to consider our next move. Now then, unless you've something else to ask?
No,
Nope.
not really. I'll see you later, Persephone.
Has anyone ever, like, just gone back and, like, to her place over and over and over and over again until she, like, purposely, like, I wonder if there's a lockout where she, like, purposely just locks you out and it looks like, no, you ain't coming back into this place, but I want to find my customer. No, you ain't. Not anymore. Just, I can see that totally being like, unlocking me out. It's like, but I'm a customer. No, you ain't. Not anymore. I intended to go to Medusa's salon, but of course Freddy showed up all kitted? Yeah, kitted up like an adventurer. Should I be thankful she wants to help, or should I be worried that she's not taking the idol seriously enough? Gulps. Just anyway. Let's see. There should be a little bit more here. Aha, here we are. Okay, Medusa, corroborated story. She followed Calliope to the reliquary, saying that she fled there, having already been attacked. It's bizarre, though. What was she even doing there? If Medusa isn't lying to me, I'm left with Hecate and Minotaur being the only other idols with access to the reliquary. Either that, or there was a third person who somehow got in and out, undetected. Is this even possible for me to find out? Or am I stuck now? Athena, I think we can get a little bit more information on, just because it's just in general, maybe? Oh, weird. I think he would. Pan, I know we have Pan. Let's see. A little favor. Ah, here we are. I want to see Medusa and Pan showed up out of the blue. I think he feels badly about how we left things, which is a bit of a surprise. And then we're back. I confronted him about the key, and he didn't deny giving it to Calliope. What's more, he admitted that he told Medusa where Calliope went right after she left. He sold her out. He claims he didn't know what happened to her at the reliquary, then sent me to find out. But can I believe him? Medusa. Okay, Medusa more or less when he told us. She followed Calliope to Reliquary the night she died. Why? Because Calliope is sometimes trouble. So he keeps an eye on her for Athena. Medusa claims she didn't kill her, that Calliope fled the Reliquary having already been stabbed. But by who? Assuming Medusa isn't lying through her pointy teeth, she could have chased after Calliope, eager to chow down on her, and Calliope just got away. Medusa seems more terrified of Athena blaming her blaming her than anything, though. Her fear feels real, so I think she's telling the truth. All right, and now to the apartment. I think we're about to hit into Act 3. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. No, just yeah. Little weird sound effect I'm doing.
Oh, hi, Grace.
What's funny?
I can just call you Grace, right?
That's my name.
Don't wear it out.
Where's Freddy?
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
Here I am.
What, you and Freddy are friends now? When did this happen?
I mean,
When I came looking for you, Friday has this movie that I've never seen. Super cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, would you rather not share your mortal friends? Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it
you can
eventually.
say no, just mean
She
you
has that
should
look
say
in her
no.
eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
Guess she could always come here. Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
See more pink color she actually had other color. Well, purple feels like the vibe.
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the Reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the transition part made even more sense for me, which, you know, extra cool, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I can connect any two doorways anywhere, just like that. So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
You mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in. Everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet. It's only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
So at least we know within a year they don't like get memories of the other idols. It's only like, I don't know. See, that's like, we don't know an exact timeline, but it seems like, again, like we have a rough idea at least some things. It seems like every like 15 to 20 years Aphrodite changes to obviously another person to forget. So probably if we were to make the rough point, maybe, I don't know, maybe every like 5 years you maybe start getting the memories. I'd say maybe. Like maybe it's a slow progressional thing, but it's like, I don't know.
You say it's easy, but do you like doing all these errands?
Huh.
Have you finished with those
I never
errands?
thought about it. It's nice to have a purpose. Athena is super sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to help her out?
You can't be this nice. Are you for real?
Oh, well, the old Hermes used to say that a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
There's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddy, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Being told that I was gonna die kind of makes you do that.
Thanks, I
I'm probably
guess.
died if I don't. Alright, here we go. So, now we get a bonus trait now, before we get into Act 3 and all that. So, essentially, we're gonna go back to the wheel, and pick our next trait. Because, yeah, we get a second one. For, like, a short period of time. It's not like it doesn't make any difference, but it's definitely for, like, a very short period of time. I am going to hide, green really quick, just for a moment. Just so, it's a fair spin. This is gonna be interesting. I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna review for them one more time. Even though I kind of already explained them before. So, in your face, this Grace is very punk rock and not afraid to get reckless and aggressive when it's called for. And, of course, clever. Sometimes you need to think your way out of a problem, right? This Grace is sneakier, smarter, and witty. So let me, actually... We'll do that. There you go. So it's not like I don't accidentally click on an accident. Like, what? You know, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey. So here we go. And... Ooh! Okay. I thought for sure we were going to kick ass for a second, but no, we have the clever route. Alright. So we're charming and clever. How nice. Actually, those two traits make more sense, at least to me in my mind. Alright. Let me get back. This guy, because we, of course, will need it, eventually. Not now, but eventually. So, yeah. But yeah, but now we are clever. We have a clever with us, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, so we have clever. Now, so we can use any clever traits we want, so...
There you are, Grace. Do have a seat.
He's angry. I don't want to sit.
I prefer to stand, thanks.
As you like. You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Never said that was off limits.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized it's off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
Okay, well. That one I can't explain away.
But you know what happened there. That's where Calliope was attacked.
Yet it's not where she died, Grace, is it?
Well, I know where
So
she died.
because
There's
she
not much in
made
my
all
apartment.
the way to my apartment, we shouldn't care why she was bleeding to death along the way.
You think our judgment was rash? It was. In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end. I am sorry, Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to all the idols.
Eyebrow raise.
Do you really? Let's explore where all that caring has gotten them, shall we? You're holding on with a grip so tight, your knuckles are turning white. But that's not enough, is it? Every idol I've met is either lost or broken, or both. They're all slipping through your fingers. If you actually cared about them, you'd do something about it instead of sitting up here worrying about your precious rules.
Zeus was the first to leave. King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether. Poseidon was next. Walked out into the seas, never to be heard from again. Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us. Hades was murdered. And by one of our own. The list goes on.
Wow. So you add to it? so you actually no, yeah, good point. So you add to it?
So you add to it. I show up and you kill me off because you can't be too careful.
We are dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart. I mean our immortality is disappearing. Very soon now, the idols will be no more. We are a legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate, even if it appears unfair.
I'll get to this later. We need to finish the game to kind of, get to that point. But I do have a thing with that. I do have questions with that, and it's never really been like fully answered. I mean, like they do, but they don't. But it's such a cop out. I don't know. Like I feel like there's way more to this. I don't know. Ooh, we have two things. I could say I could have helped you, or I'm sorry. Excuse me, I burped. I'm gonna go eeny meeny miny moo here because I don't want to get the wheel up. Eeny meeny miny moo.
You feel responsible, don't you? For everything.
I am responsible. Aphrodite wallows in her pain, Apollo in his regrets, and Persephone in her bitterness. Every other idol of power is gone.
So there's only you. You have to shoulder the burden for everyone, like it or not. I'm sorry, Athena. I had no idea.
They won't thank me for it.
Oh, my arm, my hands like.
I know we put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is. If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
Let's not discuss Medusa. We're not. That's the. We're gonna actually keep these two little because I think
Who has
punishments can happen.
access to the reliquary? Is it anyone with a key, or...
Does it matter? You gained access, so clearly it is not difficult to get.
But how are you supposed to access
Speaking
that? I
of
want
which,
to know.
I don't suppose you'll tell me who gave you that key.
No. Same with Calliope.
The same person gave it to me, who gave it to Calliope.
And who gave it to Calliope then?
I don't know.
I see.
Cross out. No.
Speaking of the reliquary, you went there, right? Once Hecate told you what happened?
Yeah, I was not impressed by the delay.
If you had known about that, the night Calliope died, would it have made a difference?
The chances are exceedingly small that you attacked her there, it's true. Yet, Calliope was weakened, which made her more vulnerable prey for an enterprising mortal. One she knew.
For God's sake, I didn't
Perhaps the incidents are
know.
connected,
I
perhaps
didn't
not.
know.
I cannot afford the risk of
I
uncertainty. Grace.
didn't know.
I'm sorry.
Is my word never enough? Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm
I guess I'll
bouncing.
get
I
back
don't
to
know.
my investigation.
I am
I don't want to
rooting for you,
accidentally
Grace.
out anyone.
If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Will you? Really?
Good luck. Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
Looks at cookies, looks at her. No! I won't take cookies. I won't take good chocolate chippies. Not happening.
Don't take it personally, Grace. Athena's first instinct is to follow the rules whenever things get rough. As if she believes that if the idols don't blindly follow every rule to the letter, we'll dissolve into utter chaos.
Is she right?
Probably.
Do you think she's telling the truth? About the idols dying out?
I'm not sure. If it is true, why hasn't she told the rest of the chorus?
It sounds like she doesn't trust you.
Well, the feeling is mutual. At any rate, I'm afraid we're going to have to disappoint her again.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. What now?
You need to go back to the reliquary, Grace.
To what now?
What for? Is there something I need to ask Hecate?
No.
The one thing we do not yet know is why Calliope went to the reliquary in the first place.
Okay, I'll bite. How would I find that out? You think she left clues?
We can't ask Calliope what her plan was. But you might be able to remember what she was doing there.
Memories? But I thought...
That it will take years, yes. But if you go somewhere important to Calliope, or touch something special to her, you'll get flashes, feelings.
Do you want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
Did you get
I'm
deja vu?
willing to wager the place Calliope met her fate has left its mark in Grace's psyche. We have only to uncover it.
Wow.
Last time Freddy and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
I'm certainly not suggesting we ask Athena for permission.
Well, then what do we do then?
A week ago, I would have said breaking into the reliquary was impossible. Yet it appears Hecate can be surprised. If her book says she will be.
Let's hope the book says that again, I guess.
Unless you've some other plan. I'm all ears, as they say.
I'm not saying no. All I'm saying is that, like, that's less likely to happen. Just, like, chill out.
What about the alarms? I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Calliope snuck in without setting off any alarms. At least at first.
What, I don't know what
I'll
that
be
was.
following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I? What if I follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Then they discover you and
And
we
then I said in the
apologize
right footsteps
profusely.
anyway. They set them off,
Will
so.
not be a good look, though, just saying.
Are you sure about this? You want me to wander around hoping something comes to me?
I do know something about how memories work after the transition, but no, I'm not certain.
Huh.
You want certainty? Wait until your trial. Without discovering more, the outcome of that is certain.
Great. Okay.
What if Medusa is lying? What about Pan? We could look into him some more, couldn't we?
Come on.
Oh, my, you're just full of ideas, aren't you? Do you have any suggestions regarding how we might go about doing that?
Oh, no.
Deja vu it is.
Like, not angry at sounding, just more like logic battle of like, alright, fair enough.
Is there really no other way? This seems a bit desperate.
That's because we are desperate, Grace. Either we take this shot at learning the truth, or we overthrow Athena and the chorus by force, and disregard this stupid trial.
What's more likely?
She's joking, right?
She's not joking.
She's joking, right?
She's not joking. Chris shakes her head. She's like, she's joking. Oh God.
Let's say I do this. What am I hoping to find?
Well,
Some memory of who attacked Calliope, or why she was there. Anything we could work with. I've spoken to almost all the idols, and every single one says they hadn't seen or heard from her. If she was keeping to herself, then why now? What started this? We're missing something important, Grace.
What if Grace goes there and the memory she sees is that she attacked Calliope? A Grace from the future. It'd be a twist.
it'd be a nice twist in the game when they listen to the camera. I mean, that would be a cool twist for you guys, right? Like, whoa. Honestly, Freddy would be the only one I think who could break fourth wall in a video game. She'd fully turn the camera and be like, am I right, guys? And be like, oh, I guess.
Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
No.
Cool.
No.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
Okay. Fine. She can come. Oh, hello.
I can't go in with you. Hecate would sense me right away. I will, however, stay close by. If anything happens, I'll come. Hecate won't stop me. The Minotaur won't stop me. Nothing will.
Kind of nuts.
Gosh, it almost seems like you care.
Ugh, can I get on with this already?
Gonna room you two. Just a vomiting like that. Gonna room you two. Gonna room you two. All right. I'm debating something right now. I know I said something major was gonna happen in this episode, but I think I'm gonna. I think. I know it's mean of me, but I think I'm gonna hold off. I think I can bounce this way. So, just pretty distract secretary. So, yeah, we'll probably spin for this one again, next time. But I think just because of timing-wise, it's almost, my hour and a half. And this part will definitely take long and go over it. And I feel like if I go and do this part, I probably will be a little short. I'd rather, like, the last episode be longer if it's going to be this way. So, what I can do... Never mind, I can't do that. So, okay, we do have to... Okay, we make a decision, then we can make a decision. Okay. Sadly, there's not anything related to this, so let's just say... trait wheel, because I'm not in the mood to make another wheel for this. So, I'm gonna say... Charming for Freddy Distracts Hecate, Be Honest is Clever, and Kick-Ass is the Sneak In. That kind of makes sense. So, here we go. Actually, sorry, it should be the other way around. I realize Charming should be honest. So, I already said what I said. I said what I said, so. Like I said, Charming should be that, even though Clever, that should be Clever. I'm such an idiot. Anyway, I said what I said already. I ain't backtracking no more. I said what I said, and that's how it goes. So Freddy's gonna distract.
I fail to see what advice I could provide to you, Farishta Bandi. It's just Freddy. I'm unfamiliar with mortal affairs, Freddy. I do, however, have tea.
Then let's drink tea. And we can talk about books. You have a lot of them.
That would be acceptable.
Sneakies. Actually, because of how quick we got that, you know what? We'll continue forward. Screw it. We have time. I thought I saw a staring.
Do not worry. It is written that I am not alerted to Grace's presence for another 14 minutes.
Guess I'll keep talking then.
I will not be alerted to Grace's presence for another 14 minutes. Already knows that she's here. She said, I ain't gonna do anything until 14 minutes. You got a clock.
I get to see what the reliquary actually...
You got a time. Gotta go. Anyway, so we're gonna actually keep going then, because that was a lot quicker than the other route.
Pretty impressive, innit? Don't wander around. Labyrinths are kind of my thing, but you'll get lost. Also, are you supposed to be here?
Supposedly I have 14 minutes. I permission. I was like, supposedly I got 14 minutes, so technically, yes.
Look, you're right. I'm not. I'm sneaking into the reliquary.
No, that's a really, really bad answer. Kate will be
That's
so
not the
mad.
good answer. Well,
Look at it this way. This is your chance to repay me. I helped you when you needed it, didn't I?
Yeah, but I already helped you.
Just give me some time, please.
oh.
Well,
I've never seen this shot
right,
before.
be quick and don't touch anything. Kate finds out.
We never spoke. Thank you. Thank you.
I need a minute. Hold on. That actually killed me. That shot killed me. Just the zoom in and then the wink just killed me. Oh my god. I am so sorry. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Notice
Wow.
you can stay put and come after me. I don't think I have much time. First things first, how do I do this? Where do I even start?
Baby big. Baby big. I need that laugh because next up is going to be very, very miserable.
I stood in this very spot. Maybe if I just focus.
key. Hmm. Well, this is cool.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've definitely been here before.
I got some deja vu. All right. There's a lot of stuff we can look at. I'm gonna avoid. Egg. Ugh. Nice ugh.
I don't get any feeling from that. Will I know it when I see it?
Instrument? Should I have feeling for that one? I am muse. That clarinet. What is that?
Is that a weapon? A musical instrument? Maybe it's both.
You can knock someone on the head with it if you wanted to, I suppose. Yeah, that could make it a weapon.
What did Freddy say about mazes? Was it always go left? Or go left and then go right?
Well. Like besides the trident? I'd always wondered this.
Is this an armory, too?
Yeah. Apple.
Freddy? Are you out there? Can you hear me? What am I doing? All that'll do is tell everyone where I am.
That is what it's just like, why am I announcing myself? Why am I announcing my location at this moment in time? Who knows?
They should really charge for tours. It's kind of amazing.
You don't even know what anything is! Maybe everything's boring. Actually, try and go though.
I don't even know what language that is.
Greek, maybe? Ancient Greek? Alright, one last thing before we get to the mirror.
Shouldn't that be in a museum somewhere?
No, because technically it's theirs. Alright. It's gonna get crazy.
This is it. Calliope was here. She was standing right here. And she...
Ooh, trippy. Oh,
Uh-oh.
who are you?
I don't suppose there's any chance you'll put those knives away.
I'm in danger. Oh, God.
Okay, then.
Grace, this is the time to run. Grace, this is the time to run. Grace, this is the time to run. This is the time to run. Run, run, run. Run away. Get out of here. Get out. Uh-oh. They're not human.
Why didn't it work?
Well, I guess not human, but they're not, I don't know, beings, I guess is the word? What is the word for this? Oh God, I don't even know how I got here. It's like a maze. Oh God. Oh God, I'm already like, okay.
Grace?
Gotta get out of here.
Freddy! We've got to run. My powers don't work on them. They just keep coming.
No. Jesus! Oh God, I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh no. No! You monsters! You can't it's just like Life is Strange. My best friend's dead! Only time I have powers and they don't work! I don't have time travel abilities.
Oh god. Oh god, Freddy.
By the gods.
You summoned the Furies.
What did I what?
What? Those beings were the Furies. Beyond all our laws. Not idols, but the embodiment of retribution. How did you draw them here?
Couldn't tell you,
I didn't. There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it. There is only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it.
Oh man, God, I never know even what to say to this. It's just anger, anger, and more anger.
I don't care what brought them. They killed Freddy. You need to help her. I have no power over life and death, Grace. None of us have that.
Persephone?
This was no defense or spell of the reliquaries. I do not have the power to summon the Furies, and I know none who do. You should consider yourself fortunate, Grace. They do not desist until retribution has been exacted. But now is when you leave. Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price.
Oh my god. It's so sad! It's so sad! Oh god.
Persephone, we can't just... There must be something we can do.
She made her choice, Grace.
No! It's not right!
Come. There's nothing more to be done.
Can you break your body? And that is where we cut it for today, my friends. It's, God. It sucks knowing this happens, and then it's like there's nothing, and I mean nothing you can do to prevent it, you know? There's no decision you can make, there's no, you know, different line or different way you can go romancing, nothing. This happens. You get to this point in time, no matter what. And it sucks. Should I go now? So yeah, no, it's really sad. And it's awful, and it gets crazier. And honestly, God, there's like a decision you could make that even makes this harder, and we're gonna spin for it, and we'll see what happens. It's interesting. That one, because I don't know what we're gonna get, because it really changes the course of the game slightly. So we will, like I said, we'll get there. We're not quite there yet, obviously. It's the next episode, which I think that's gonna be the last episode. So yeah, which is gonna be next time, unless I do something else. I don't know. It should be next Saturday, I think. Let me make sure. Actually, let me check my timelines correctly. I don't know when I'm actually gonna do it next Saturday, because I have my appointment with my therapist. So, it probably might be either I might start a little earlier, or I might go like late night. So we'll see what I decide with that. But either way, I should be streaming next Saturday. And we will finish this game off. Unless like I said, I decide I want to do a different type of stream. In that case, I won't. But you know that's not the point. So yeah, let me actually get to the main menu. We will look at the journal next time, and I promise very start at the beginning of this. Oh, we're not in Act 3 yet. Okay, weird. Anyway, so, but yeah, perhaps we'll look at the journal beginning of the stream. I promise. Before we like start doing anything. since, you know, probably they help us again to review what happened. So, but yeah. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. If you like it, dislike it, comment below what you thought, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So, bye guys.